Welcome back to Yo Sword. Thank you for joining me today. How are you guys doing? All right. If you're out there, come on in. Let's have this conversation. Is long overdue here at my channel. So today we are talking about the music legend. Welcome, all of you. Come on in. Let's have this conversation. Let me first of all make sure that the sound is great. Okay. I can hear myself. The sound is good. Welcome. Yeah. As you come into today's live stream, don't forget to like the video for me. Don't forget to share and don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section, okay? Welcome. All you amazing people, come on in. Let's have today's conversation. So I'm going to start this live stream. I scheduled this since Tuesday or thereabout, but for some reason, I haven't really had so much time, to get around it. That's why we are discussing it today. So we are talking about Team Tuface Dibia and Annie Dibia. And my title says, is marriage by force or by fire? Okay, by force or by fire. Marriage is not by force, neither is it by fire. Marriage is an understanding of two people, two grown adults that believe they can cohabit with each other, they love each other, they care for each other, and they want to come together to build a home. And that's the beginning of it. It's not a by force or fire thing. And my thumbnail is talking about I must marry this guy and the consequences thereafter. In life, there are consequences to things. In reality, we're not talking about make-believe that people do on Instagram, the perfect life they showcase on Instagram. We're talking about reality. There are consequences to every action. If you lay your bed rightly, you sleep well. If you don't lay your bed rightly, you may wake up in the middle of the night with some body aches, okay? That's the least example I can state here. So Tuface Dibia or Tuface Idibia is a Nigerian music legend who needs no introduction, as a matter of fact. And his wife, Annie, likewise doesn't need introduction because everything about Tuface is about Annie, okay? Annie is two-faced and Tuface is two-faced, okay? Annie and Tuface, but Tuface is just for himself. Why would you say that, Oyoyo? Yeah, some people will come to tell me that Tuface wasn't acting with his clear eyes. No. Don't go there, okay? And I want to use this opportunity to also talk to mothers like me. Let's ensure that we raise our kids to be full adults and take responsibility. And I'm praying that we will not continue to cry over our adult children. Let no mother cry over her adult child. What do I mean? What I'm simply saying is this. Two-Face mother, as a matter of fact, is crying over Two-Face. Two-Face is over 40. That's why I'm praying this prayer to all mothers that will come to listen to this video, that will come to watch this video. May we not cry over our adult children, okay? The woman came on social media to plead with Nigerians, okay? Asking every mother to join her in that prayer, that the newly engaged girlfriend of Two-Face should return her son, should leave her son alone. It's no longer news, right? Yeah. And then some people took to social media. Some people were abusing the woman. Some were praising the new girlfriend. But there is something that is very vital in all of these things going on. Two-Face and Annie Idibia got married. I want to believe they also did court marriage, because the way Annie fought to marry Tuface, fought to be the legal wife, I don't want to believe that she left that out of the box, right? I believe she also secured Tuface legally. So having said that, if Tuface was married under the statutory law, that means that marriage is still, they're still married until the marriage is dissolved through divorce processes. Tuface made the announcement that him and Annie been separated and he has filed for a divorce and he is moving on with his new girlfriend. The question I'm asking my gender this morning, my fellow women, you are getting into a relationship with a man that was still married, right? And again, sometimes, I really want to say that they should start vetting the people they elect to office. At least people with some kind of integrity, some level of decorum, not just anybody. Honorable this, House of Assembly, da 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 da. And when they throw out their character to the citizens, it is a horrible mess. I don't know this honorable in person, but we all know Tuface. We all know Annie Idibia. We know Tuface through his songs. We know Annie through all the fights she put up in her journey to being Tuface's wife. And why should a woman subject herself to such situation? We've talked about red flags in my channel here. When you see a red flag, you should run for your dear life. But women will see red flags and they will still jump into it. Just like this honorable Natasha is doing. Tuface himself is a red flag in capital letters. Red flag in capital. But honorable Natasha is jumping into Tuface. Why he hasn't even closed the chapter with his wife. I'm not saying ex-wife, wife, because they are still legally married. All right. Some people were cussing out Tuface's mother. That is an adult, he can do whatever he wants to do. But most of these people saying these things, they don't know what is going on behind closed doors. They only see what, people post out there. For Tuface's mother to come and cry out like this, that means that case is serious. So I want to hear your opinion. Are you Team Tuface or Team Annie Dibia? As we all saw on social media, how Nigerian female, no, let me use the word they call them on social media. They call them feminists, Nigerian feminists. But they're actually entertainers, they're celebrities, how they've rallied around Annie Idibia, supporting her, telling Tuface to his face that whatever he's doing right now is wrong, not at this time, that Annie is in a very vulnerable situation. She's in rehab from what, we know on social media, she's this, she's that. I know I've been coming here to talk about divorce. When marriage is not working, please get a divorce. Don't remain there until you are 6 feet below the ground. If it's not working, file for a divorce so that you can live again. You can live to watch your children grow. You can live to enjoy your life, not for you to go 6 feet, be buried down 6 feet below, all because you stayed in a toxic relationship. Now, Annie Dibia, as they claim, is in rehab. As they said, those taking care of her, saying that she's not in a good shape and all of that, and all of this happening. Does that mean Tuface has to wait until Annie starts feeling better? Nobody's telling any man to wait or any woman to wait. If you feel that is no longer working, approach your lawyer, go to court and file for a divorce. And the issue is that you have to wait until the divorce is concluded before you now say, I am moving on and marrying another person. In this case, Two-Face did not wait for anybody. The moment he put out that thing out there, he said he's in love with another. The next thing, his engagement videos making round. The next thing, he was a guest at the State Assembly of Edo State in Nigeria. So what do you think? Do you think Two-Face did a wrong thing, or do you think all these feminists are actually making noise? Let me know your opinion as you come to watch this video in the comment section. Thank you, Virginia, for joining us today. How are you doing? Okay, so if you are Team Two-Face, let me know what you're saying. If you are Team Annie Idibia, let me know what you're saying. So I am neither Team Two-Face or Team Annie. I am just here to discuss this without being biased of any kind. As far as I'm concerned, Annie has a lot to play in what happened in her marriage, especially what happened to her as an individual. She has huge responsibility to take in that. You know, accepting your responsibility, holding yourself accountable, it kind of helps you to move on. And then on Two-Face's case, of course, he has the same, likewise, Annie. I'm not going to come here and sit and say, no, Annie did the right thing. No. First of all, you should not lay your life down because of what? You want to be with a man. You want to marry a man by all means necessary. I've not seen somebody that favored. Because if you force yourself into that relationship and the man said, okay, because before she buys herself, let's just do this. Let me tell you the things that might happen. One, that man will never respect you. Secondly, he will never truly love you. Thirdly, he will never be there for you. So what kind of a relationship are you getting yourself into just because you want to be seen as the legal wife of that person? Then you deprive yourself of joy and love and affection that could have been, given to you by someone else that is meant to be yours. Women do this a lot, not just Annie. It must be me. I sacrificed a lot for you. For that reason, it must be me. I did AYZ for you. For that reason, it must be me. The way you take that person, is that person taking you the same way? Is that person giving you the same energy, loving you the same way? Or you're just there wasting your time? I need us to understand this. In one of the interviews that Two-Face granted, when he was featured in Young, Famous and Africa, is a drama series on Netflix. Somebody was interviewed. Do you know the extent at which your wife Annie loves you? Do you know the extent? He said yes, that he knows. That sometimes it scares him. That he even shows the affection towards him more than him Two-Face does. So guys, don't find yourself in that position. Don't put yourself in that shoes. Love's supposed to be 50-50. The same measure. Let me not use 50-50. The same measure. The same measure of affection and love I'm giving you is what I expect to get back. If love is 30-70, it's not working. If it's 60-40, you have to make sure it gets to the middle. Because that's where respect comes in. That's where you truly, genuinely like the person. Some people lust after someone. By the time they get into the relationship, they will realize, oh, it wasn't really what I thought. Then coming out becomes a problem. Because first of all, if you live in the Nigerian tradition and culture, they will ask you, why are you coming out from the relationship or from the marriage? Are you the only one that your husband is cheating? Are you the only one that this is happening? But as God will have it, this new generation people are putting a stop to some certain things. However, still this new generation are the one doing the most. Yeah, they're the ones that they don't even care if they are dealing with somebody's husband. Yeah. So you find out that this thing is neither here or there. You have to figure out how to get your own kind of happiness, what works for you. Don't let your happiness be dependent on another person. I was having a conversation with my 11-year-old. So she was telling me about things that happen at school and all of that. I start early to teach because I don't want to say, yeah, he broke my heart. I'm not happy because of this person. No, do not let your happiness be dependent on another person. And yesterday night, I was privileged to have a one-on-one conversation with my big daughter. I told her, love yourself first of all, mercilessly, intentionally. Love yourself. I guess she might not really understand the whole thing because she's still young. But when you love yourself to pieces, to the point that you don't even know if others are making noise out there, you'll be full. That love, you'll be so full. So if someone is trying to treat you below what you believe should be, you know how to exit your room, especially when your vision is high. Annie Dibia buried herself in Tuface. Everything she ever talked about Tuface, do you know who Innocent is? Innocent was this long before you were born. Innocent, innocent. She buried herself in innocence, in Tuface, that she did not think about the world getting to know who Annie is. She forgot her talent. She forgot everything. She's a very beautiful woman. She forgot everything. She could have been, being featured in the faces of the likes of Vogue and all of those magazines, but Annie forgot herself and championed the cause of Tuface. Let me give another example of what we all know if you're a social media user and you're Nigerian content creator, consumer. May and Yule Doche. May was that lady. Remember the time I used was. That lady that encouraged her husband to shine while she was behind closed doors. Nobody knew May. Nobody saw her. We only saw May on few occasions that Yule, the estranged husband, now takes her to event. Okay? We did not know what May was capable of. So she was just, my husband is the actor, is the one with the talent, is the one with the fame and all of that. She forgot herself. All of it. Buried herself in nurturing the home front, taking care of the children, running the home front, making sure everybody is all okay and well taken care of. She forgot herself. But guess what? When her husband, Yule Doche, misbehaved and got entangled with Judy Austin, got her pregnant, fathered a child with her, May woke up from her slumber. The good wife. She woke up. That realization of reality hit her below belt. It wasn't what she wanted. It wasn't what she planned. She never planned polygamy. It wasn't in the equation when they met over 18 years ago. So that reality was done on her that you have to stand for yourself. You have to run for yourself. You have to speak for yourself. You have to position yourself so that you can be able to cater for the beautiful children that God provided for you. Where is May Yule Doche today? As I speak, I guess they just rounded up a trade fair happening in Abuja. May has become an international face, international influencer, international, globally. People know May Doche. You might say it's because she did not want to get into polygamy that a lot of women were able to relate with her. That's part of it. But the majority of the thing that pushed me to start talking about May, and May again, instead of Yule, my husband, the actor, the one with the fame, May realized I can't continue to be behind closed doors. And that's what Annie Idibia needs now. I can't continue to be running under the shadows of Tuface. And why would you even be there in the first place for a man that doesn't really give 2 cents about you? You will say, oh, yo, what do you mean he doesn't? Of course he doesn't. The time this man was saying I do with Annie, another woman was 8 months pregnant for him. And the time they finished the wedding in Dubai and got back to Nigeria, this guy was still with the other woman. So the guy never really cared if you were there physically with him or not. He would do what he wants to do. You know, it would have been better if Tuface never married, never legalized that marriage with Annie. It would have been so good. Some people were asking why is the band and why is Don Jazzy not married? Maybe he doesn't want to get into buhaha. It would have been very, very valid if Tuface said, you know what? I have 7 children from 3 women. There is no point marrying again. I might as well make sure I am able to rotate myself amongst all the children so that I can be the father that they need me to be. Because first of all, getting tied down by one woman might restrict that movement. When the other child in America, when it's their birthday, the woman in the house, why are you going there? After all, I am the one that you're married to. You know, that kind of it would have been perfect if Baba did not marry Annie. And look at what is happening to Baba, the legend of Africa. Look at how he has embarrassed himself, and his family coming out is even the cherry on top of the embarrassment. A man that is over 40, your family is coming to say that they don't know where you are, that your new girlfriend, supposedly, or rather allegedly, engaged fiancé kidnapped you at 40. Does that mean that Baba cannot decide for himself or reason for himself or be a man by himself? I don't know what is happening to him. People are saying Annie is messed up. She's in rehab. Tuface might as well be as messed up as Annie. We don't know the exact thing happening with these people. For Tuface's mother to make an appeal to Nigeria and file a lawsuit against this woman, the new wife to be, it speaks volume. I don't know what you think about it, but sincerely it speaks volume. And I really want to know what you're thinking as you come to watch this video. Now, last year, Wafi father got married to a guy in Lagos. The family of the guy put out a statement on social media that they did not support the marriage. They are not part of it. They don't know who took their son to get married to this woman. On the very day the marriage was happening in the woman's state in Calabar, they put out this statement. What is this thing with women going to families that you know from the get-go, they don't want you to be part of them? Why do you have to force this marriage? I'm talking about Natasha now. Natasha is all over, has fallen all over heels with Tuface. And you know very clearly that the parents, the family of Tuface, are not in support of the relationship. But you're putting yourself in the middle. Why? Why are women doing that? You think a mother that really wants you to be the son's wife will come on social media to ask other mothers to please call you to order that you should release her daughter, her son? Do you think it's going to be a soft landing? See, for those things that because you're comfortable, you're rich, you have some money, and you have some feathers to whatever it is you are, that you no longer need the family of the people you want to get married to. Why do you want to answer their name if you don't care about them? Because that's what it is. When you married into that family, you change your name and start bearing the name of the family where that guy came from. Why do you want to do that? If you are not respecting the family of the groom or the family of the bride that you want to get married to, why do you want to continue? If they don't want you into their family, clearly it's very obvious that Two-Face's mother is not in approval of that relationship. But this woman is still moving on with Two-Face. Then in the next 2 years to come or 3 years, we will be back on this discussion again, saying the marriage has broken down. Why do people do that? So you can see I'm trying to discuss this conversation without actually favoring anybody, because right now nobody is anybody's favorite. Two-Face has disappointed himself, and I'm even more concerned about how his children will be feeling about their father. Do you think Two-Face has moral judgment over his children? No. He can't even tell them what to do. And he's their biological father. For example, those Esumbo's children, they see fatherhood more from their stepfather, their mother's husband right now. That's the person that will sit them down to advise them, and they will be able to listen. What would Two-Face advise his 18-year-old son? His son just turned 18 late last year. He bought him a car. What will he advise the son? Be careful with women, right? Be faithful to be faithful to a girlfriend, or be faithful to your wife when you find one. I really want to know what the advice Two-Face would give to his children. A man who couldn't keep that word faithfulness in his dictionary. A man who couldn't keep to one girlfriend. A man who went on impregnating women all over the place, having babies all over the place. What kind of moral advice will you give your child? So, in as much as I feel sorry that this is what Two-Face has, gotten to, I feel, truly bad for the children. For the ones that have lived with him the longest, and his kids, they have seen this happen several times. So to them, it's no biggie. It's just their parent. Okay? But how about others? What would Two-Face, can Two-Face ever stand in front of the daughter and say, I don't want you to have a girlfriend at 16, at 15, because you're way too young? He doesn't stand a chance. We can fool ourselves for all I care, but the reality is he doesn't stand a chance of offering that advice. He doesn't. All right, let me see. I'm trying to connect something here. Give me 1 second. I keep making a mistake on this. Okay. So let me know what you think as you come in to watch this video. Let me know what you think. Seriously, don't mind me, guys. I pressed on something else and it pulled up things. I'm trying to see how. Okay, it's not working. It's a big distraction. So let me know what you think as you come to watch this live stream. Leave your thoughts in the comment section for me if you're coming back to watch much later. But in all honesty, Two-Face does not stand in any way to advise his daughters and his sons. The daughters with Annie, they have seen their parents, fall apart several times. They've witnessed the lows and the highs. They've witnessed all the whatever going on in their home. However, Annie can still be a mother to these children. People make mistakes and they pick themselves up and they get together. It's not a must. You must marry that boyfriend. If the boyfriend is not interested in marrying you, don't force yourself in the life of such a person, because you're creating disaster. You're cooking that disaster that will happen in your kitchen by yourself. So don't cause yourself the pains that will come much later. If anybody had told Annie when you were forcing yourself to be Two-Face's wife, that at some point in this life, Two-Face is still going to abandon you. But she would have seen that coming because the red flags were there. This guy was dating you, seeing other women, getting them pregnant. One lady had 2 sons, the other one 3, all over the place. But you still chose to be with him, not thinking that a day will come when this person will no longer, manage you, because he's been managing you all this while. He's been tolerating you. Oh, she has been with me for the longest when I had nothing. For that reason, it's marriage of sympathy. May you that is listening to me, your sister, your cousins, your children, not find themselves in such a situation. Marriage because of sympathy. Sympathy marriage. Yeah, she was there for me for that reason. No. Do you genuinely like this person? Do you, in your heart of hearts, love this person? Do you want to be with this person for the rest of? Or are you just coming into the life of this person simply because you feel he walked with you, he fought for you? These are the questions we should be asking our children. May our children not marry someone based on sympathy. The guy is just trying to pity you, and after all you did for him, may that not be your lot. May that not be my lot. Let it solely based on the fact that I like this girl. I like this boy. I see future with this girl. I see future with this boy. I can go to bed and sleep peacefully knowing that this boy, this guy, this lady will respect me, will love you, will cherish me. Let us go on that basis, okay? Let us go on that basis. Let us not encourage marriage, sympathy marriage, all because Annie was there for the longest. I guess that's why Two-Face married Annie. The sympathy is no longer working. The enduring, I will continue to endure, Annie is no longer working. Two-Face is feeling that, no, I'm going to drown if I continue with this woman. I need to move on with my life. And Two-Face's family are saying that their son was not acting with his right senses. So there's a lot of things going on here. Your son not acting in the right senses. Who are we going to ask? A psychiatric, a psychologist, or who? Or a native doctor? Because from what the mother said, that the new fiance buried some beads on her chest, on his chest and his hands, right? Who are we going to ask? A native doctor or a psychologist? Who is going to verify that information for us? Even if she takes that to the court doesn't believe in juju. She will lose. She has to find other tangible evidence to say this is the reason why I believe my son is under influence. Not that they buried beads on the chest and the hand. No. It's not going to fly. And I saw that they filed a lawsuit. But I didn't read the court document because I was like, this woman supposed to be enjoying grandchildren now, not to still be fighting for her son even at 40 plus. Very soon, Two-Face will be 50 years. Or if he's not 50 already. But the mother is still fighting for the child. May we not fight for our grown adults. May they be grown and act like grown people. May they do things like people that have maturity in their lives. Let me confirm how old is Two-Face. Okay, let me confirm so we know how this mother of his is suffering. Let's confirm that, because it's not a good thing that that your mother will still be fighting for you even at almost 50. Two-Face is 49 years old. 49. Oh, 49 years old. So that means by September, Tuface will be 50. It's not my prayer for anybody listening to me today. May we not continue to live in sorrow because of what our children are doing. May we not. Imagine a mother of a almost 50-year-old man coming to fight. You're not fighting for a teenage boy that is still trying to figure his way out, but you're fighting for a grown man that is almost 50. May that not be our portion. So Tuface, unfortunately, is actually bringing himself down. He's losing everything, in the sense that that respect people had for him because of his music is also going down the drain. You cannot tell me that at this age you can't be able to know what you want in life. You just be entangling yourself since you became a young boy. You've been entangling yourself with multiple women at the same time. And I wonder why Annie stayed this long. She doesn't even want to go. That's just it. Annie continued to stay because she would have left a long time. If she had left like 4 years ago, she wouldn't be where she is today. And this is a wake-up call for every young lady doing all they want to do because they want their boyfriend to marry them. Make sure you're not forcing that man to marry you. Because the next thing after making you misses, you're going to see that you don't belong there. This person will not even notice you're in the house with him. Your opinions will not count. Your feelings, he doesn't care. You wanted to answer his name. You're already answering the name. Let that be our portion. For Annie, I read something from Gist Lover this morning, which is not good at all for Annie. I really pray that Gist Lover is assuming things. That's my prayer. But you all know that once Gist Lover starts talking, he's getting information from somebody close to the people he's talking about. I pray that Annie gets better. I pray she gets all the medical attention that she needs. I pray she wakes up early to fight, to stand on her feet, and remember that she has 2 beautiful children to take care of. You must not buy because of a man. Likewise, men, you cannot buy because of a woman. Okay? If marriage isn't working, take a bow and leave. Take a bow and leave and come back. And when you take a bow, when you leave the marriage, bounce back to yourself. Dust off all the past and start afresh. Somebody who knows your what will find you. Okay, I've been talking now for 37 minutes. I really appreciate your time here with me. Thank you guys for joining me. For those that might come to watch this video much later, please leave me your thoughts and concern in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Tuface should go ahead and marry, or do you think Annie should move on? For me, Annie should have moved on like 5-10 years ago. Even before the marriage happened, Annie should have moved on. It's not a must. You must marry a man that has no respect for you. What Tuface did was just to formalize things so that you have peace and stop bothering him. For peace to reign. And did he respect you after? No. So to me, that marriage shouldn't have happened. So if you're that young girl, you're in a relationship, and the guy is giving you all the clues that he's not interested in being in your life or doing forever with you, do not force it. If he's not working, summon the courage to leave. And you find yourself in a very happy place. Honestly. Leave that person, because that person or that relationship might end up suffocating you. Don't force yourself to be married to that guy when it's not working. When the person has no respect for you. Don't. Learn from everything you see happening on social media. These are not dramas. These are people's realities. Annie's reality. She fought to be Tuface's wife. She became Tuface's wife. Now the same thing dragged her to her knees. I'm not here to come and tell you how messed up they said she is, drug-wise. But the same thing she fought to be, she fought to take, she fought to have legal rights, is the same thing that is what So dealing with her now. So no young girl out there listening to me should force yourself into a marriage if that relationship is not working. Bid the person goodbye. Bid the person bye. Go cry, wet your pillows, cry it out, yell, scream, and then dust yourself of all the negativity and start afresh. Someone who will treasure you is out there waiting for you to do the right thing. And for Two Face, you're still legally married to Annie and you've gone ahead to establish a relationship. And rumor has it that the lady is also pregnant. And you've gone ahead to even post that they should help you to beg her to say, I do. And you've gone ahead to also share a video of an engagement where she said, I do. Your case is still in court. I don't know what you guys are doing. Two-Face, of all people, you should have a good lawyer. And if your lawyers did not advise you, I'm sorry for you. Because if Annie wants to mess you up with this divorce, she will mess you up big time. That is not the process of you when you're going to divorce. That is not the process. So you've actually did yourself so dirty on social media. And I need you to understand that. You did yourself really, really bad. You were the one throwing evidence out there against you. You got engaged, you're speaking, you're posting video, you're asking, and then the rumor coming up is that the girl is already pregnant. That is what? Adultery, because you're still married. That is adultery. I wish you all well, Two-Face and Annie, and I hope my fellow gender will learn from what is happening to Annie right now. No man deserves dying for. No man. Nobody. Nobody. Don't go and commit to someone who is not feeling you the way you're feeling the person, who has no respect for you. So guys, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, and don't forget to leave us some comments in the comment section when you come back to watch this video. This live stream was scheduled for the past of 4 days ago, but unfortunately we couldn't have it. And I'll be coming back much later this evening to have another conversation. It's a Saturday and we're having long weekend, and I want to spend that long weekend with you all. Like my video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, turn on your post notification bell so that whenever I go live, you'll be able to be notified that Oyoyo's Media is live. Until I see you guys in my next one, please love yourself. Love yourself intentionally. Love yourself mercilessly. Love yourself to the point that you are full. You know the way you eat and you'll be full of eating a good meal. That's how you should love yourself. Love yourself enough so that when someone is trying to mess you up, you know, that doesn't sound like love. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. And for that reason, I'm out. That's the advice I'm giving to all the persons listening to me today. Until I see you guys in my next one. Bye, everyone.